saying like video's not transmitting, and I don't know why. It says check your internet connection. My latest stream report. Says the internet's back on, the power's back on. Well, we know the power's back on. I think the stream is back up. Sweet. I'm back on, baby. Dude, I don't know if they're trying to keep me down, but I did trigger an idea. I had to reset some lights last week, and I'm wondering, and last night I had to turn some lights on. I'm wondering if I lost power. Only when I lose power to my my like spotlights. Check this right here. Okay. Why is this so screwy? Is anybody there? Oh, there are people here. Woo! I apologize. I don't know. Like, they're trying to keep me down. They're trying to keep me down. Hold on a second here. Let's go to the main screen. They're like trying to keep me down here in Detroit. Like between the kids and I just lost power and I lost internet. And I have fiber. So it's back up. I'm back up and running, baby. I don't know. I don't know why. Hold on one second here. I can't seem to win here. They keep trying to keep me down, and we're not going to let that happen, are we? You know, I spent some time. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. Subscribers, any duration. Go. Yeah, that's good. Okay. We're good. Sorry about that. I've got a bunch of wonkiness. I gotta do some stuff here. I can't seem to win right now. It's like YouTube's trying to keep me down. Let's bring that back up right there. Still have this this little block down below here. Well, they really want that. They really want that gap, don't they? They really, really want to close that gap. They're like, just give me the gap cap. I'm like, you liars. I'm like, you don't want just the gap. You want to go down here into the first of the month is what you want to do. No, we just want to close the gap. We promise, Cap, we'll let price go back higher. I'm like, you lie. You're lying. I don't believe you, bears. So my power went out. I don't know how the show ended, but on my end, it was just like, boom. Whole house went black. I then checked my internet. I got a power outage. They said they were. This is crazy. Like DTE, I don't know what they're doing today, but they're shutting power off all over the city. Unscheduled equipment upgrades is what I was told. They also said there was like 5 people without power. That was a lie. They have a new outage map where I live, where they just lie to you. And there's like, fuck it, because the old outage map would show exactly who lost power. This outage map just lies to you. Point blank, like 5 people have lost power. It said planned equipment upgrade. So I'm like, I didn't get a notice. Nobody emailed me. I mean, things are better in Detroit. So Still not what it should be. But I got to give it to them. They put the power back on faster than I expected. I turned my Jenny on. That works too. So I've got them still off and running on Jenny right now. But I don't trust that they're not going to spike my power at some point. Like I've had that happen too. I've lost, I think, 3, maybe 4 refrigerators. Now I have a whole house, like a power strip. It's not a power strip, but basically, if there's a surge comes through my house, it runs through to this other device that runs the spike into the ground. Supposedly, I've been told that it doesn't actually work under certain conditions. If I get too large of a spike, but it has worked. I haven't lost a refrigerator since I installed this thing. So anyways, we're back online again. We're back. The show's back on. I apologize for all these delays. I can't make this shit up, that it's all happening at the same time. So I do apologize for that. We'll get back into what we're talking about here. The seasonal weakness, right? The argument here is that we're weak on OPEX. We've got 2 weak weeks in this week period, the last 2 weeks of February. We're coming into the end of February right now. Usually you get a little bit of at least an uptick from today into March 3rd. And depending on price action, we can squeeze higher into mid-March. But sometimes we don't. There are some seasonal or weak seasonal periods where we fail to get to the new high. We fail to make our way higher, and we begin the process early. And that's what we're trying to identify right now. And earlier we were discussing tariffs and how tariffs are pushed around by everybody for writing sizzle, right? Your news, your social media has their own takes on this. Politics has their own takes on this. And we were discussing a brewer in Chicago and a story that I read where he was just going to hit you with 25% tariff for aluminum, which is utter fucking bullshit. Utter bullshit. And this guy's trying to pass this along to you via a sympathy piece in Chicago. And the true fact is that whatever that can cost him is now going to go up in price 25%, but that does not relate to his beer going up 25%. His beer might go up 5%, 1%. You'd have to, I don't know what a beer can cost to him is, but it's not, I charge $5 for a beer and now it's going up $6 as an example, or, $5.75 as an example. His beer price should go up $5.05, something like that. Cans for the beer do not cost $5 if that makes any sense to you. Now, when these tariffs actually roll out, the market is going to want to price them in. It is a one-time price in. It's a one-time hit to GDP. And these companies like this brewer will attempt to pass those costs along to you. Corporations don't love you. They're never going to love you. Elon Musk, the Twitter guy, is never going to love you. No matter what you think, he doesn't love you. He wants your money. So these corporations will attempt to pass the cost along to you, whether it's real, fake, whether they even need to buy aluminum or not. They don't care. They're going to say, oh, we got tariffs. We I don't know, our cleaning supplies come from China, bro. We got to raise paint 25%. I'm sorry. I guess paint's really not a good example because it does use a lot of rare minerals, of course. Of course I use paint. But you get my gist here, right? There's greedflation. There's a one-time hit to GDP. And normally that inflation is transitory. Why is that transitory? Well, we have an efficient market. We have an efficient economy. Initially, you're going to get some inflation. You're also going to get a hit to GDP because you're not going to accept that. Bob the brewer is going to tell you that, sorry, beer's going up 25%. And you're going to say, well, fuck you, Bob. I'm not buying that beer anymore. So Bob's going to freak out. He's going to look for cheaper beer can distributors. Someone that sells beer cans from another country or maybe even the U.S. Eventually, he's going to have to drop his prices back down. And that's normally what happens with tariffs. Now, there is a place where tariffs really do matter, where we can tariff too much and cause real issues with the economy. We're not there yet, but we can get there. And that's the Trump 2.0 second half of his presidency. If we continue down the road of tariffs and, he starts like, bam, 100% on you. Oh, we want a reciprocal. It's 100%, 100%, 100%, that kind of stuff. It can become more than a one-time hit, but we're not there yet, is the point. And that inflation is not yet sticky. It can become sticky. There are examples when tariffs do create sticky inflation, but we're not there yet. As of right now, with all these tariff rules and laws being passed or executive orders being signed, they're one-time hit to GDP. The market will attempt to price them in eventually once corporations can't gouge you anymore. The moment you stop saying, hey, I'm not going to pay this, and they're like, oh shit, I got to find a better supplier. They're not going to pay this. You should see inflation come back down again. That did happen in Trump 1.0. Yeah, I'm a Democrat. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. And not only that, Biden left him on. So it was a one-time hit to the markets. And then inflation actually came back down once the market became more efficient again. So there's this inflation that you're seeing right now from these tariffs as they kick in March 1st-ish and through April. I want you to know that a lot of these companies are lying to you. A lot of these companies have found other suppliers. A lot of these companies aren't even feeling the full effect of what they're telling you they're feeling. And they're going to attempt to get you to pay more. You have to make the decision as a consumer if you can absorb that or not. We know right now that the consumer is getting weaker, but the consumer is still very well off. So it doesn't shock me to even see tariffs right now. Everybody wants your money. Everybody wants my money. My local county government is raising taxes on owning homes. Literally sent me a letter saying, we just did a blanket tax on you increase for the whole county because we think all of you renovated your house during COVID. That's literally what they said. It's a renovation tax because we think you all did this, spent money on your homes. Bam, increase. So it's not just corporations that know this either. It's your government. So when you and I consume news saying, oh, it's really bad out there, people can't pay for eggs and people can't pay for their rent and all this other stuff, the truth be told, there are corporations that know you can. The government knows you can. Hold on, let me turn this thing off. Sorry about that. Break time, be right back. So, the government knows that you can handle these tariffs. The government knows you can handle higher taxes. Government knows that the consumer is well off. Corporations know this. They're going to try to pass all of this along to you. They don't care if the consumer degrades over time. They're going to tax you one way or another, either a corporation or the government, as much as they possibly can until you cannot bear it any longer. And so I can see why we're tariffing. I can see it. Now, there's other reasons for tariffs right now, too. But you saying you can't handle it, it's not the case just yet. So as these tariffs roll out in March and April, maybe we can wrap that up in these months, right? If we have a seasonal weakness or time period, maybe we can hit that, like price in those tariffs, right? Price in the inflation that everybody's talking about. I hear people right now, this past week, I'm reading recession. We're close to recession again. And then I also read, we're getting a rate cut. We're definitely getting a rate cut. I think even Tom Lee is saying, expect a rate cut sooner than you think. I don't believe that just yet. We're getting close, but we're not quite there just now. I don't think you're getting rate hikes or rate cuts. The Fed does not have to do anything as of today. They may have to act at some point this spring or summer. I know the market's begging for a rate cut, but Jerome at this point doesn't have to do anything just yet. But it's creeping. I'm gonna go with Tom Lee with this. The data that is coming out is starting to stack up, so that once we get to summertime, it's possible we see a rate cut. Bulls want that fucking rate cut so bad, don't they? They want that. They want like another 25 BPS, a little bit of market yayo. Hold on a second here. We're not quite there just yet. Okay, so we're kind of trying to catch up to speed here and what to expect in the next few days. We know CTAs are still kind of selling. COTs propping the market up. We also know that for now, vol control funds are out in force. We're not seeing lower prices due to that as well. We know the seasonality calendar that we're kind of following it, aren't we? Kind of following into that expected weak season. We also know that there are some years where we don't follow that seasonality exactly, right? If you look at last year's price action, we pushed way up into April 1st. From I believe it was from March, beginning of March into the late April or late March. We squeezed higher. We also know that many years we don't. We start rocking and rolling to the downside, don't we? Right into the middle of into mid-March, for that seasonal low. So we want to be watching closely the markets and price action the next few days here in the beginning of March, the end of February and March. We also know that more gamma is going to roll off the markets once we hit that end of month, right? We know that traders love buying calls and puts that expire on monthly OPEXs, quarterly OPEXs, and also month ends. They love zeros and fives, don't they? And the market is free to move once we come into those expiries, those month ends, those quarterly OPEXs. And we're looking for that now, aren't we? We know that some more gamma is going to come off the markets, or the market is freer to move as we come into the end of the month. Now, let me read some more for you. So we just did tariffs, right? Options positioning has become a little less bearish. The gamma flip is moving higher yet again, but we see a big decrease in gamma at 6,000 as traders are heading for a possible air pocket via put contracts. In general, the zone between 5,900 and 6,000 is rich in negative gamma, meaning poor in liquidity, and faster drops should be expected. On the other hand, we see tons of short-term put hedges. That's me. That's you. If you were on this show on Valentine's Day, I gave you guys a bunch of options, didn't I? I was like, yeah, we can do it for a week. We can do it for a month. We can do it into the end of April. We can do it for June or July, and we can do it for September. You pick your poison. And puts were cheap, weren't they? The puts that I bought were like 30 cents. They pay stupid money. If we just get below 585, I start printing about 30% on those hedges. Those hedges are for September. Literally September 17th. If I start heading below 585 at any point, I'm printing about 30% on those hedges. If we start heading any lower, I'm going to start printing hundreds of percent. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I'm going to make a bunch of money. Great little hedge, right? In general, so we got, on the other hand, we see tons of short-term put hedges. We know that's true too, don't we? Why do we know that that's true, that there's short-term put hedges? Because when we had the drop on OPEX Friday, we slammed down 6 sessions, which normally takes 2 days. We did it in 1 day. And what was our chat like? What was our chat like? I'm over here doing a thing on Friday. I look over at the chat, and what do I see? Doom posting. Bam, 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 bam. Limit down Monday. That's what I was told. Limit down Monday, bro. We're going to limit down 5% on Monday. Big crash is coming on Monday. We didn't do that. We squeezed up, didn't we? We destroyed every single person that was short or in puts. That probably went on social media and said, oh, they were burning, but I left them on and they started printing on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sure you've heard that shit too from people. So there's a hedge on the market, short term, short dated. These are people that are late. I call them chubby chasers. They never listen when I say put a hedge on the market. They never listen. They always literally miss the move down. They jump in puts, and now they scream for more down. You've probably heard these people everywhere. They're not going to tell you that they bought puts on the Friday low. They're going to come back and always tell you shit after. Never before. It's always after. They're the loudest voice in the room. They're always short at the wrong time. They're always long at the wrong time. They never, ever enter before. It's always after. Remember that. It's like 70% of retailers. Like literally 70%. And they are the loudest fucking people in the world. They want that 6-session drop again. They missed it on Friday. Open. And they're like, I want that down, man. I want that, cascade and doom to the downside. Not good enough over here, Cap. So look at right here, right? Yeah, you got a little bit, but that's not what they're looking for. They're getting pushed out here too, right? Torching their puts, and they just want the drop. They want it Thursday. They want it Friday. They don't care. They don't care what you're telling them. Well, we're going to kind of like flatten out here, kind of come higher, and they're going to destroy your puts even if we get there, right? The puts get damaged, and then we get the swing down before the end of the week. Then they swoop back up into the first of the month. So if you're experiencing that, if you're like, well, Cap, everybody's bearish right now. Yeah, of course they are. They missed the fucking drop. Then they got blasted out on Monday. This is exactly what happened. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. Show you exactly what happened. I missed the drop, right? Hold on here. Where is Friday? Right here. This is beautiful Friday, right? Show exactly what happened here. I missed the drop. I'm in puts. Right? We know the story, right? I just got killed out of my puts here in the open. Puts worthless. They watch the market drop again. So what do? They get back in puts again. They get a little taste. Boom, right back up again. So they're literally getting like rope-a-doped around, and they need that big giant move lower. That's what they want, that big giant payday. So they're robbing Peter to pay Paul to chase, because they want the massive drop. That's all they want. Just drop it. Get me my payday. I wouldn't listen to those people. I would be looking around the market for deals. Like, where can I get a good deal? Can I get it on CAT? Can I get it on Tesla? Can I get it on GME? Whatever it is your favorite stock is, you should be looking. This is your time as a bull for a pullback to be catching lows, not for now, but for later in the year. You're looking for lows in OPEX February through March and April to buy a dip. You're looking again in late summer, aren't you? You're looking for now to print the summer. You're looking for now to print in the winter if you have to. And you're going to be looking again in the summertime. We're going to come around here. We'll be blasting up. You'll all be stoked. Yeah, market's awesome. And we'll get into like mid-July, and they'll sell us down once again in the depths of hell. The bears are going to come in and tell you that that's it. That's the top of the market. It's not coming back ever again like they do every year. And you're going to be looking for another dip buy, aren't you? Let's buy again. So if you're a bull, this is your season. It's not a bear season. It's a bull season. You want to get as deep as we possibly can so that you can buy some great tickers that you always love and want to find cheaper. And there's discussion this morning that Nvidia is not coming back. Who's saying that? Is it a bull trying to get a better price? Is it really a bear? Is it a bear that's not positioned unless it goes to the depths of hell? What is it? For me personally, I stopped listening to those people. I like have my full blinders normally go on in these periods. Put on the earmuffs, I put on the blinders, and I get ready. Right? If you're going to trade this market for multiple years, you at some point want to get into the habit of trading month to month, right? Quarterly, 6 months, a year, and you want those pullbacks. The other reason for that is because if we ever do slip into a bear market, what also happens? We still get seasonal buying opportunities. So if you're a seasonal trader, regardless of markets, and you get into that rhythm, market tops aren't going to matter as much. You may see less returns, but you can at least look for moments in the market, in bull and bear markets, where you can be like, yeah, you know what? We should get a nice fat low in March or April. We should go into the summer doldrums, like blast up in the summertime. And if we're in a bear market, we'll blast down, right? You're going to get an April low to buy. You're going to get a summertime low, early fall low to buy. And whenever the market comes back again into a bull market, you stay in that same rhythm. That rhythm never really changes. It's like the idea behind cycles and waves in the stock market. If you ever speak or listen to Larry Williams, he's got a bunch of content out there. You can find him on YouTube. He's got books. This guy's one best trader in the world. And how does he win? He doesn't follow price. He follows cycles, right? Follows waves, cycles. And he's like, this is when the buyers typically come in here. What about price? And he goes, I don't really care about price. I just care about going with the flow of the market. Year in, year out, bear market, bull market, doesn't care. And neither do I. I really don't care either. I just want that nice seasonal low. And the deeper I can get it, the better. And if I don't get it that deep, I'm a little upset about it. But, I know when the market's going to become supportive again. It's usually around mid-March if we get a deep cut into the market. Or it can be later, maybe April 28th, April or May 1st, somewhere in there. Get ready for that summer trade, right? Everybody's happy. All of a sudden, the doom goes away. All of a sudden, we wrap up. What do we wrap up? We have so much shit right now. We wrap up tariffs. We wrap up war. We wrap up, the new flu or COVID or whatever that's floating around everywhere. All of a sudden, all these nice little packages of doom all of a sudden resolve together. Everyone's airing out their dirty laundry. Everybody knows that they can say the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst this time of the year, right? Companies like, hey, boss, we got to drop some bad news. When do we do it? They know exactly when to do it, right? Well, we're on a high right now. We're going to hit a seasonal weakness in the stock market. We should get that high, make that money, and then we're going to start dumping all of our bad news in this time period. Of course, the newspapers get to pick up on it. Your local CNBC. I was watching CNBC on my flight yesterday, and I'm watching what they're talking about NVDA, and they're like, price to perfection. I'm like, this is bullshit. If we were in a non-seasonally weak time of the year, they would have been pumping Nvidia. But they're not, right? The story is right now, bad news, negative news leads. Get the market as far down as we possibly can so that we can get a new high. Meanwhile, you get the bears out there, and they want it all in one day. They don't want to wait for mid-March. They don't want to wait for mid-April. They don't want to wait for the last day of April. They're like, all right, we got OPEX. I want elevator down 5% right now. Well, how do you get that? Well, start running stories that we're going to get down 20% so that I can get my 5%. And where are we at right now? From the top on OPEX. Not much, right? We're not down 10% yet, are we? Take a peek. Whoop. That was the low, 3.9%. Woo! Doom. And let's look at 5%. How often do we do 5%? This is 5 right here. The weekly trigger is 5%. We don't do that much, do we? I think we hit I used to know the facts on this, but I don't off the top of my head. I think every 3 or 6 years, we do 20. It's more than 3. I think it's like 6 years, believe it or not. We only do a 20% down move every 6 years on average, I think. But that figure's kind of warped because we've had some really big bull runs. I think 10% is every 3 years. And I think 5% is like once a year, or I think it's once every 10 months. I could be wrong on this data, but I haven't remembered this in a long time. So 5% is pretty common, isn't it? That's where the weekly trigger is, 5.02%. And look where we're trading right now. We got the hand in the water, right? I made a Twitter post where I put my hand in the water. We're kind of like splashing right around here, aren't we? Hand running through the water. We're all focused on doom and gloom when we should be looking for deals. We should actually be looking for deals in the market, not in this downside move. You hedge yourself on the highs and you look for deals down below. You don't listen to the bears telling you we're going to crash 5%, 10%, 20%. We're going to Monday morning, we're going to go down 5 more percent. We're going to, I don't know, fucking cascade this shit down to the depths of hell. You don't care about any of that stuff. Bring it on. The more doom, the better. Bring me 5% down, bring me 10% down, bring me 20. I welcome all of it. Literally every bull in our community is aware that we're heading into seasonal weakness, and all they want is cheaper prices. They have their lists. We all do. Winky does. I do. You have this, like Dr. CS, a whole bunch of people are like, I just want this price on this stock, please, so that I can hold it for what? You looked at the seasonality calendar, right? We're going up, end of year. Am I looking for a print right now on a stock that I'm buying? Fuck no. I'm looking to print that bad boy when? December. I'm looking to sell you puts that are all the way out to the end of the year. That will zero out. Like they're going to go from $20 puts to zero. I'm going to make all that money. This is going to take some time, but this is the time of the year to be doing it. And I want you to think about that. When we were doing this show to put the hedge on the market, right? It was on this day right here. We did this show on the 14th. And we did it after we made this giant move. I want you to watch this giant move. Bam, bam, bam. Right? One more time. And I stopped the show. I was like, I was like 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, just stop. You know, because these are FOMOers up here. FOMO gang. And I like and enjoy that trade. I like taking the money from that trade. But what I don't like is that when I'm up there in this FOMO, that everybody's telling you we're going higher. And we're not going to stop. It's just going to be green bars forever all the way up. So I have to switch to becoming a bear, don't I? It's counterintuitive, isn't it? And when we're selling down, I switch to becoming what? A bull. I'm hedged, but I'm not really caring here. I'm caring more about where do I find deals from now into possibly late April. How do I get deals that I can get a print on come December? If I get caught, hopefully it's on a low. Let's say this is the market top. Like this is it. Market's never coming back, Cap. That was your high for the year. I know I called that last February too. Fucking people. Not me, but someone else did. Or more, not just someone, a bunch of people did. They did it again in like November and shit. But let's say this is the top. If I'm buying in those seasons, that March, April, and also that late summer, early doom bear shit. September, October, I can likely still catch some kind of print, something. I can probably be break even. I can probably make some money. Even in 2022, you were able to make money when you bought the seasonal low, weren't you? We went down in 2022. We went blooded down into February, March. And what did we do? We came right back up to just below the all-time highs again. So even if we hit a bear market, you're going to be given a chance to put money into the market and likely get a payout from it. So do I care if we're at a market top? Nope. If it's the market top forever, I still don't care. I just know that seasonal flows come into the market regardless of bull or bear markets in that time period. That's all that matters to me. That's it. And that's all that should matter to you. So when we're on these highs, when everybody's FOMOing, we're getting bearish, right? When we're going down for a seasonal low, you should be getting bullish. Counterintuitive. Counterintuitive. What do all the YouTube videos, what does CNBC tell you? What does CNBC tell you? What does Bloomberg tell you? I don't know. We're going to do a market crash, bro. Sell everything that you own. Sorry, Nvidia, never coming back. Tesla, never coming back. Apple, never coming back. Sorry, nope, top of the market. Never, ever coming back. And let's say this is the top, and let's say you're in like some, whatever stock X you're in. You're like, oh, my shit's on fire right now. And some guy on YouTube told me to sell. And then a month later, in May, June, July, you see your stock just rip faces off. And you're like, fuck. Where's that bear that was calling for a crash that we're never coming back from again? I got to go find him. And you're like, hey, man, you were just talking about a stock market crash and I should sell my Apple and whatever it is that I own. And what about this? And they go, oh, sorry, I miscalled it. Oopsie. Yeah, what about you? Did you stay short, man? No, man, I closed them. I knew the exact bottom. But you were calling for end of the market. They don't care, do they? Just a story. It's all it is. Just a story. So please, if you're a bull, I forget if you're a bear, if you're a bull, if you're a market participant, welcome the weakness that comes in March and April and be ready to long with the rest of us. I'm usually wrapping these trades up while you're trying to chase that top. Think about that. You're trying to capture that little bit of, FOMO and that extra green line to the moon or to Mars. And I'm like, I'm going to sell this guy calls right now. I'm going to sell this guy calls. Can we squeeze up a little bit more? Yeah, possibly, but I'm still unloading calls on you in the background. Right? All right, hold on 1 second here. We're going to get back into some more stuff here. So that was what I had to tell you about gamma. So let me read this to you one more time. In general, the zone between 5,900 and 6,000 is rich in negative gamma, meaning poor in liquidity. We are also in a negative gamma regime, right? What happens in negative gamma regimes? If we're just below it, like we're neutral, slightly negative, we don't really get heavy selling. But when we get deep into negative gamma, what happens? Air pockets, volatility, right? We can be trading up, begin to fail, and what happens? Whoop, quick slip down, right back up, pull your pants back up again, SPY. You're looking kind of drunk and hammered. What are you doing down here? Why are we dropping like this? Because we're in a negative gamma regime. So you're trying to trade the edges. Stay on the edges. Know that we've got end of month coming up in 2 days. Know that we've got first week flows that are either going to be turning negative or are supportive. We also know that there are short-term put edges, especially at 5,975, 5,995, and 6,000, which could add an airbag if monetized. And how many days left do we have? We only got what day is today? Thursday? We got Friday, We got tomorrow. So if they monetize these puts down here, what happens? We start trading higher. And this is good. This here is coming from this next part. This is coming from Gamma Lab, and I'm going to read this to you, a portion of this from Gamma Labs this afternoon. The $1 million question from here is, here we go. Stock futures are pointing to a higher open, of course, because dealers are buying futures, testing the important level of 6,000. Nvidia is up 2.8% after the strong earnings and guidance, driving renewed buying interest after recent market weakness. The $1 million question from here is if the retail trader can be convinced to come back to the poker table as retail sentiment has flipped. And John L. pointed this out yesterday. In the Discord, we were talking last night, and John L. said in the Discord, hey, you want your answer? He showed me a chart of retail sentiment. It was record bearish. And Gamma Labs made a point of it this morning, saying the $1 million question from here is if the retail trader can be convinced to come back to the poker table as retail sentiment has flipped. You ready for this? To record bearish levels. I can't even prep you for this. Like last week, I'm just going to start posting thumbnails on YouTube of all the doom as it builds. And sure enough, in my stream on the 14th, I got record bullishness. We're going higher, bro. And now we're down here, and I'm getting record bearishness. Like record. My God. As retail sentiment has flipped to record bearish levels just recently. We covered this trend extensively. Oh, which I missed, I guess. I've been on break here. But Gamma Labs is saying that they've covered this extensively over the past last days and weeks due to various reasons, including, well, my favorite one here is including tax season. And I go, what? I've heard that too. Tax season. What about last year's tax season? What about tax season in 2016 and 17? Trump 1.0. We didn't care about tax season, but this tax season we care, don't we? Elsewhere, President Trump signed an order aimed at increasing transparency in government spending. And House Appropriations Chair Tom Cole noted ongoing disagreements in government funding negotiations ahead of the March 14th deadline. We also know some more information here too, right? The White House is set to complete a study on reciprocal tariffs by April 1st, which will influence Trump's trade decisions. We also know that we have a spending bill that's been kicked up from the House of Reps that still needs to be worked on by the Senate. And you're going to get senators trying to negotiate changes within the spending bill, right? So we still don't know what the spending bill is. We don't even know if we're going to get, what's it called when they do this? Filibuster in the Senate, where the Democrats just argue this bill. And that bill is in the month of March and April as well, right? So as we come into April, we've got a lot on the plate. We've got tariffs. We've got reciprocal tariffs. We've got ongoing warmongering in Europe. We've got elections just taking place in Europe. We've got Doge messing around everywhere. We've got Elon doing his thing. We've got a new policy, new cabinet members. We've got budgetary stuff. We've got all this doom, right? Doom everywhere. And so we've got sentiment flipping extremely bearish, don't we? In international news, the European Central Bank signaled it's too soon to pause rate cuts, while China slowed approvals for U.S. IPOs of Chinese firms. So we've got geopolitical risk in the background still, too. None of this stuff has wrapped itself up. The Bank of Thailand unexpectedly cut rates by 25 basis points to 2%. That's not good either, is it? When you start to see other countries cutting rates, you're like, uh-oh, do we have a recession on the horizon? You do know that when the actual top of the market comes in, when this cycle ends, what are you looking for? You're looking for recessionary environments in other countries, not just the United States. If you want the simplicity here, if you want to see like that top like 2000, 2001, 2007, 2008, you need other countries participating in that recession. It can't just be the US. It's all usually the entire world heading into that recessionary environment. Anyways, that's all I've got for you for that doom over there. I hope they can get it all out. Now, some other news we have for you today. I'm going to read some more data to you at this point. The retail market saw net buying of $206 million in cash equities over the past week. Not bad. Somebody's buying. While you're dooming it up as a retailer, COTs, hedge funds, are in the background scooping up equities. Shocker. Smart money's buying while you're pushing a narrative. You're consuming CNBC that relies upon ad dollars to sell you sizzle. You're consuming YouTubers. You're consuming, I don't know, fucking Substack writers and 400,000 follower bears on FinTwit, and they're making their money off you while real market participants are buying, which is what you're supposed to be, right? Do you work for CNBC? No. Do you work for FinTwit Bear? No. Do you work for YouTube Bear? No. You work for the stock market, don't you? You're a trader, you're an investor. The retail market saw net buying of $206 million in cash equities over the past week, though activity was highly volatile. Earlier in the week, retail traders turned into aggressive sellers. Shocker. Before resuming net buying on Wednesday, according to data from JPM, while ETF saw $3.4 billion in inflows. This was offset by $3.2 billion in outflows from single stocks, with tech stocks leading the selling. Palantir alone accounted for nearly half of the tech outflows. Whew. I fucking love when retail sells. I love it. Marking the largest record since 2015. We should do the Palantir show here. It'd probably get a bunch of subscribers. By the way, hit that like button. If you've never subscribed, please subscribe on YouTube. If you're a Twitch watcher, do me a solid and just open up YouTube, hit the subscribe button, even if you prefer watching elsewhere. If you're a Twitter follower watching me right now, if you're on Vivu or whatever other fucking streaming platforms I'm on, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. I'm at near. I want to tell you guys something. I was away this weekend. I want to interject here. I was away this weekend meeting members of our community, and it gave me the chance to discuss in more depth how I don't monetize this. And I do want to let you know something. I turn away sponsors a lot. But I am getting to this point where I have 8,000, I think, followers, 8,200 followers on YouTube. If I hit 10,000 followers, I'm eligible for what would be some form of monetization that you don't see or know about. Not you know about it, but it's not intrusive like these ads that run. And they offer me affiliate programming through them. So it's not like me doing an NFT or selling you some bullshit Ginsu knives. Like these fucking people like sell Ginsu knives. I don't know what the fuck they sell, but they sell fucked up shit. The CoffeeZilla guy talks about it frequently, right? About all the scams being run by YouTubers. If it helps me if I get more subscribers, because I do turn down turn down monetization, other avenues of monetization. But I guess if I get 10,000, YouTube will help me do it legitimately, which I would appreciate. So if you could subscribe on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't watch YouTube, it would help me to be able to finally make some money, because I don't make any money from this, which is kind of crazy. I have to use other avenues to make money in the stock market, of course. So if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Next thing, moving on to what do we got here? Retail options traders net bought Ready for this? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to go back to the supermicrocomputer. Palantir alone accounted for nearly half of the tech outflows, marking the largest on record since 2015. Supermicrocomputer, which we talked about in Chicago as well, and United Health also saw significant selling pressure. Retail options traders net bought $4.8 billion in Delta, while selling $22 billion in Gamma, with notable QQQ activity. Meanwhile, institutional investors net sold $2 billion in cash equities during market hours, in line with the 12-month average, but exhibited volatility similar to retail traders. However, they net bought $6 billion in market on close trading. So they're still buying this market in this doom. They're not listening to CNBC. They're not following the FinTwit bear. They're not following the YouTube bear. They're not following the Substack bear or the writer for Bloomberg or Wall Street Journal. They're like, oh, buying opportunity. Net buying $6.5 billion on market on close trading, with a $5.3 billion net demand in ES futures, offsetting supply from NQ and RTY. One more news piece here. Starlink owner Elon Musk confirms that Starlink terminals are being sent at no cost to the taxpayer on an emergency basis to restore air traffic control connectivity. This is replacing the VZ-FAA contract. To quote Musk, to be clear, the Verizon communication system to air traffic control is breaking down very rapidly. The FAA assessment is single-digit months to catastrophic failure, putting air travelers' safety at serious risk. The Starlink terminals are being sent at no cost to the taxpayer on an emergency basis to restore air traffic control connectivity. The situation is extremely dire. I wonder if our government could build that network on their own and fix all that direness, to be honest with you. All right, next thing. What else do we have to look at here? 253. In the next 7 minutes, we're gonna come out with some expectations for tomorrow. Tesla to launch a free self-driving California taxi service per WAPO. According to emails obtained from the Washington Post, Elon Musk Tesla is preparing to launch a taxi service in California, which could eventually shuttle paying passengers around the state in autonomous vehicles. Tesla applied to the California Public Utilities Commission for a permit to transport passengers in its vehicles late last year, according to emails obtained through a public records request as Tesla was blasting down in the depths of hell. Tesla currently has permission to test its driverless vehicles in the state with a human behind the wheel, but if the additional permit is granted, people will be able to summon the vehicles for free. What else do we have here? Not much here. A bunch of Feds speak. Speaking out of both sides of their mouths. Trump saying the relationship with Zelensky just got a little bit testy. Trump also saying today Canada should be stopping much more fentanyl. Oh my God, I can't believe that. There's more fentanyl that comes into Canada from the U.S. than ever leaves Canada into the U.S. My God. Trump on Canada and Mexico. I'm not seeing progress on drug flows. April 2nd is reciprocal tariff date. So we got more doom for April. Trump also saying today China tariffs would be an additional 10%. I don't think Putin would invade again if there is a peace deal with Ukraine. You know, we've already had a peace deal in the past with Ukraine, and Russia still invaded. What else? Trump asked if there would be sanctions on the UK. I will have to take a look, he's had to say on that topic. We were paying a disproportionate share to NATO. I think that has more to do with bigger war. Trump also saying Apple EU decision was ridiculous. EU is tough with the US with trade. We will have to have reciprocal tariffs on the EU. We don't like the way the EU is treating our businesses. And he also criticized the VAT taxes today. He also went on to say Russia has been acting very well. We are well advanced on a peace deal. I have a very good talks with Russia and Ukraine. What else do I see here? Not too much more. More on Russia and Zelensky in that talk. Hold on 1 second here. I got a bunch of stuff I got to bring up. Like losing power turns off everything I have on in the background here. Right here. Turn on my TweetDeck stuff. See if there's anything I got to get to before we do the expectations. Where's TweetDeck? TweetDeck? I get some TweetDeck? You have TweetDeck? Pro? Yeah, X Pro. Let's go back in here, see if I can find anything here that I need to get out to you. Jake Sherman, does he have anything for us from Trump? No punch bowl stuff. NASDAQ approaching 200-day moving average in the lower part of the bigger range. RSI at the most oversold levels since August. That's not true. That's false, by the way. USD, no, I don't need to read that. Corporate buyback estimates from UBS, 30 to 45 billion per week for the next month. That's a good one. Upside risk. Sure doesn't feel like it at the moment, but previously sharp moves lower in the AAII bull-bear spread have often resulted in the markets bouncing hard. The most recent collapse of the sentiment spread is more extreme than what we have seen in a long time. Yes, it is. I think that does correlate, though, to a huge rip, though. I'm in disagreement with some of that statement there. I'll read it back up to you one more time here. Upside risk, question mark. Sure doesn't feel like it at the moment, but previous sharp moves lower in the AAII bull spread have often resulted in markets bouncing hard. The most recent collapse of the sentiment spread is more extreme than what we have seen in a long time. Charts showing that doom. What else do we have here? JPM Retail Radar notes that last week's Palantir selling flow was the largest since 2015. The Mag 7 fade. Hedge funds and exposure to Mag 7 is at the lowest levels since 2023. What else do we have here? GS, S&T in the 5 trading sessions leading into Nvidia's print last night. Our PBE data shows the fundamental long-short hedge funds lost over 250 BPS of their year-to-date performance, taking 2025 performance plus 160 BPS, the worst 5-day stretch since... God, this sounds so bullish to me. Since last August, the second worst in the past 2 years. I'm gonna have to buy some. I'm gonna have to start buying some Nvidia here soon. Pain was most acute for TMT and HCL long-short managers. Hedge funds have most aggressively unwound their TMT risk. February's notional degrossing in the U.S. TMT is tracking to be the second largest month on record, behind January of 2021 amid the meme stocks mayhem. Let's look really quick before we give some expectations for tomorrow and take a look at Nvidia really quick, because I'm going to want to add this stock here soon. There was some discussion this morning on if it would come back with the market. It's like one of the oldest arguments in the book. You'll hear, wrong one. You'll hear things like, oftentimes you'll hear things like, we're going to get a rotation trade in the market, and you're not going to see tech in that rotation. They'll say, buy mid caps and buy small caps and buy these caps and those caps. Spread your money around, but do not buy tech. You'll hear that frequently. Tech's not coming back. Sorry, buddy. And what you do is you come back into that bull season and you're like, oh, my mids are this like stock that I bought because they told me to. It's okay, but why is Nvidia printing 800 right now? They told me not to buy Nvidia. Then, of course, the news comes out and Nvidia's cranking or whatever du jour stock is. And then you're buying the top again, right, on your favorite ticker after it's already moved and you are now the liquidity. Let's look at NVDA. See if we can turn this off here. Oopsie, wrong one. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do this one. NVDA. Oh boy, I bet you if you're a bear, you're just like, well, that's the top, bro. It's going to crash down to zero. The AI bubble is dead. I'm sure that's what's going on here. But they said it right here too, didn't they? And they got ultra fucked here. They said it here. They got ultra fucked there. They said it here, and they got ultra fucked here. We've had splits along the way too, haven't we, on this ticker? Let's take a closer look at it and see if it's ready or if it needs more time. Does it need more time into March and maybe April to add to your portfolio? At least on a weekly basis here. This looks kind of weak, doesn't it? This looks kind of weak here. On a weekly basis, we're slipping underneath right now, starting to get on some weeks, right? Closing weeks out. We've talked about, we start seeing, we don't care about squeezing, care about the weekly closes. Are they higher or are they lower? And right now we're starting to get kind of bearish, aren't we? We're just starting to get kind of bearish. Let's take a look at this tick over here and some prior examples. And what do we have to watch out for? Is it just one tick or is it this right here? This is what people are telling you, right? We're trading like 2022, bro. And we're looking like this whole first part of the year is definitely looking like we're here. Right? And this is it right here, right? 2022. And Nvidia is going to blast down the depths of hell, and we are going to have a crash, stock market crash, bear market right now. Look at all the doom that's out there, bro. This is it. So I'm like, okay, all right, maybe they're right. Maybe they did get this right, but they didn't over here, did they? They didn't get it right over here. They didn't get it right over here. I want to know what that looks like. I want to look at something else here too. We were kind of low on monthly. That kind of tells you, yeah, they're right. We're climbing here on monthly, still adding here, still adding here. Yeah, they were right, but we'd also see this right here, right? This deleveraging taking place before we get to 2022. We're seeing a little bit of that right now, aren't we? Seeing a little bit of danger. See how you've got this like rise and then fall right here. This area, do you see it right here? Start to see that fall happening. A little bit of that going on over here too, and a little bit of that going on over here. So there is some danger here for Nvidia, isn't there? There is some cause for concern here. Let's look at this on a 30-minute basis and what we want to be watching out for. What do we want to be watching out for on NVDA? Because I want to buy it. I'm sure some of you want to buy it in this seasonal weakness, and I'm not sure if we can or we can't. We know about phase 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the AI trade. We've been posting that for you in the Discord. And this is what we want to be looking at here. I want to be showing you some key points here right now. Show you this right here. This right in here. I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing this breakdown below right now and this stretching of price. You see how it's selling even right now, this Thursday afternoon? Getting kind of bloody down here, isn't it? We have the low and the new low. I never like seeing that either. That's not good. It makes me think that we're going to at least trade back down here and check all these buyers. And there's this gap right here. I had this mark here for you. I want to show you this really quick. Back in February, you can see right now we're parked really close right here. I want to show you this right here. And these are these last buyers, right? You have these buyers squeeze us up here. Buying again right here. Excuse me. Switch this to green. Switch this to green. We're going to make this one down here. Last known buyers, right? Right over here. $100, $113. All these super bulls are like, bro, we got the V-shaped right here, right? We're going to go higher. Makes sense. Not happening, though, is it? Blooding right now, aren't we? Even after a great report. We're in seasonality. We're getting rid of, or there's a divergence on monthly, quarterly, and even weekly price on this on NVDA. I think I'm going to wait. I don't think I want to buy this just yet. If I'm wrong and they're not going to go any deeper, I would like to see what? I would like to see buyers stepping in right here, right where we are, but more importantly, down here. This is the dip buy right here, right? Same group of people, Data is saying they are buying this right now. Just so you know, I read to you this morning that this afternoon that hedge funds are buying where retail is not down here. This is not retail flows. This is all hedge funds, institutional buying going on. But I'm a little concerned here. I got a little bit of concern here. They say they're dipping their toes, but on higher frames, they're not. They're actually selling on the monthly and the weekly. I would not want to be a buyer of this stock personally until we get into like this mid-March, right, or April, or price. Either price or either price down here, or the season has passed in mid-March, late April, sometime in that time period, even if we squeeze higher. I want deeper lows. And not only that, I don't like this deleveraging that's going on over the past quarter and months. It looks like there's deleveraging, doesn't it? Looks like we could do that one more time too, huh? Maybe a little bit even lower. $100. How does that sound to you? $100? Does that sound good to you? $100? Let's say I'm wrong here. I'm like, Cap, we're not going down $100. We're going to go up and to the right. You're wrong. The AAII bull bear sentiment indicator and everything's pointing towards a major squeeze. Can we get that squeeze, Cap? Yeah, we can. We can get that squeeze. I would like to see price regain right here for me to even think about an upside move higher like this. Okay, I want to see this first. So for me, I'm not a buyer here of Nvidia yet. I would really like to see some kind of recovery, something like this, for me to get bulled up. To be waiting somewhere over here, recover. I don't want this deep low right now. I don't want it. I'm not going to buy it. So if I'm not going to buy this, what am I looking for on this stock? There's the 15th. And I really don't care about that. I guess I could trade that, I guess. And I'd be willing to buy more of it if we broke above. We want to add some more up there. Be willing to add somewhere in here. Possibly. But for me, what I don't want to see is a small squeeze, let's say, for the beginning of March. But what I don't want to see is like that failure. Bam, bam. We're down there again. These sellers are over here. They're right over here. They're right there. This is what they want. Wham, wham, down. Get underneath. Wham, down into, let's say it's called March. Something like that. Somewhere in there. We got one. I guess that would be two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that might even just go just like that right there, baby. Whoop. Right down there. Start. That's where your elevator down trade is, right there. Just blood that bad boy. I'd be willing to trade that. I'd be willing to trade this aspect. I'd be willing to trade this. And I'd be willing to trade that right there. But not this. No, don't want it. I want this down here. I want this like 114, and I might even take lower, $100. That'd be juicy, wouldn't it? That would be juicy. Bring me all your doom right there. Matter of fact, let me get a, let's go $98. Add an alert, price crossing down, price, yep. Crossing down, leave an alert. And then I'll also leave another alert. Right here. Right there. I'm going to leave another one right there. Crossing up. Crossing up and down. Can I do both? I thought I could do both. Yeah, just crossing. That's all I need. Just crossing. Now, once per bar. Create that. So if we do recover here, I'd be wanting to buy this like tap over here and try to trade that to 132. But for me, I want more down, baby. I want that $100. I want it right down here, $98. And I want that like, oh God, yeah, terrible. Everything is awful. Yeah, just give me that. Oh, it's so terrible. Life sucks. You want to squeeze it? I don't care about this squeeze. I don't care about that squeeze. I want that bloodbath down there. I want to clean up all that weekly velocity, that monthly velocity. And then I want this like fucking ripper. I want that giant ass ripper into summertime. Yeah. Right somewhere down in here. If I can get that down in there, $98, $100, something like that. They're going to tell you abandon ship. Nobody's going to buy Nvidia. Nobody's going to love Nvidia. This guy over here, you know what he's going to do, right? This guy over here, he's like, oh God, it's crashing down. I got to sell all my Nvidia, right? It's going to bounce. It's going to come back up, and he's going to be like, oh shit, I should have stayed long and just DCA'd down here. Caught that run higher. Meanwhile, I'm listening to the Bears talk all kinds of crazy town. I should have been selling puts down here to the suckers. You know what I mean? Selling calls up here to the suckers. Meanwhile, I get kicked out because they're telling me on the news that Nvidia is never coming back. Meanwhile, I'm going to be up here buying this shit up here in the summer. July is going to come and they're going to hit me again. I'm going to sell out of that shit up there. I'm going to sell my Nvidia. I'm going to be too scared to buy it down here. And then they're going to do it again to me up here to the end of the year. And that's pretty much it, right? Pretty much it right in there. Nvidia. Give me $98, please. Give me all your pain. I bet whoever this guy is made bank. Whoever that guy is, he made bank. Hopefully this guy down here, he makes a bunch of bank sometime in mid-March, mid-April. Sexy buying, baby. So no buying for me on Nvidia just yet. Let me go back to SPX here. Are we on Gamma? The wrong shit here. SPX Gamma. This one back up. SPX. That doom down. Oh, look, we're already getting down there. Already getting down there, baby. Coming down to the weekly trigger in SPX right now. Nice blood down. I'm going to have to buy some shit down here. I'm going to have to buy this. I might have to buy this today. I'm going to actually buy SPY today. I don't know. I think I need to buy SPY. I might have to add some SPY here, some S&P 500. We'll give it a little bit into this close here and watch this closely. See if I can buy some of this SP 100 pack of I haven't bought any SPX this year. None. I haven't bought any of this here. I'm going to have to put an order in today. They're already shanking us down. Hold on here. Hold on, guys, before I give you guys an outlook. SPY, baby. No. I want to buy the actual SPY. Think that what's saying, guys. Jesus Christ. It's so fucking expensive. Give me a second here. I gotta watch this. Let me put you back in the main screen here. $586. It's $58,000 fucking dollars. Maybe I'm only buying 10, not 100 of them. I'm like, 58 grand right now. Maybe a little too early to be buying here. Do I want to see 10 grand disappear? 5 grand, 10 grand, 58. I'm trying to think in my mind. I'm like, 50,000. Like it's 58.68 right now. 58.70. Not quite ready. I'm not going to buy this yet. I'm not ready to. Even if we squeeze from here, I'm not going to buy it. Not ready yet. Hell no. Hell no. Still not ready to buy it. I still want to see this. I still want to see this move down lower. I want to see like all that blood down there. I'm gonna watch it here to the close. If I can get this, if they can get this down into 4 p.m. Would I have this for tomorrow? That's Monday, right? If they can get this today. There's Monday. Where's the 9 a.m. right there, 9 a.m. If you can get it today, I will buy it. I'm like giving it until Monday, but you can do this shit today. I'm down. But I want it down here like 562. 562? 575? Not 586. Not good enough for me. Gap's being closed right now, but I want this one down here. Let's watch this closely here. If I can see any other news out there, see if there's anything else that's doomish. NASDAQ approaching 200-day moving average. Let me look at NASDAQ really quick. Well, yeah, they're dooming it up over an NDX. They're slamming into their NDX, slamming into their weekly trigger right now. They got a bunch of fucking gaps that need. This is NDX right here. They got a bunch of gaps that need closed lower here. NQ is getting drilled right now. We got a target on NQ of 20,287 as a buy point down here. 20,203 still not there. Trading 20,752 right now on NQ. Still haven't hit target. This is where I got it for a buy zone down here for NQ. Not quite there yet. Check NQ really quick. Yeah, it's got more down to go. NQ's not done going down either. NQ's still bearish on a daily basis. On a daily basis, NQ looks like dog shit too. They're testing the lows right now from back from the 14th of January. Man, it still looks like it's a squeeze. I guess the argument is that we squeeze here, then we come back down and take that one out. Let's go look at this together. This is NQ. I'm looking for 20,283. I'm reading this bull bear AAI. They're saying, yeah, there's risk of a squeeze possibly. I got another target down here too, 19,743 I want. I might have to wait. Can I get that into like April? Yep, right there. 5 down there. Just like that. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know if this is worth buying. You might want to wait. You could intratrade this if you want, but I was thinking of adding Q or SPY down here, but if we're going to head that lower anyways, I guess there could be an argument made that we don't. We squeeze up, and then we're out and away. 2075, 20, 20. Hold on a second here. I got to do some math here. Hang tight here, guys. Yeah, right there, right? September 18th. QQQs. Yeah, this one right here. 484. November. This is September right here. They're saying buy this now. 30 times 503. $485. 446, right? $503 plus 485. 46. Nope. 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 478. That puts me at like 475. Not this 445. Puts me right there. I don't know. Let's look at this again here. I only want to buy it if it's down here. I'm going to wait for a minute. I was thinking that I might add some Qs too. Here's how about this? I'll say this. I don't think I'm ready. I would be ready to buy or DCA from here, but not unless we hit that. We're hitting it right now. You see it? There's one. There's another buy point right there, and here's another one right where we are. Hold on a second here. Give me one quick second. I think we can go down even more. I want all this down here. I want all that doom and gloom. Five 825. Still not down there yet. Still not on 62. We're going to hit buyers here. I'm not ready. I can't justify it yet. Can't justify it, especially if we squeeze up here and then back down here. I'm going to be fucking pissed. Yeah. I want to add here, but I know we're going to squeeze here, but I don't want the next leg down. I'll be fucking angry if we do that. I got to wait to add. Well, that's 62. It's a big move too. It's like we're like at bottom right now ish for a squeeze, but I'd really rather see it like squeeze up and then blood and get that one right there, that 562. That's a lot of fucking money. That's fucking 20 grand or 10 grand, maybe less. 62, 80. Was that 88? That's a lot of fucking money. I can't risk it. I want that down there. No trade for me. Okay, 332. 332 in the afternoon. Expectations. We squeeze higher from here. But I'm still don't like this move here up here. Expectations into tomorrow. From now into tomorrow, buy futures, trade higher to 603. Please give me some bad news overnight. Like do it like today, or do it to the end of the bell, or do it overnight, please. So I have to wait until Friday to do this, but that's Friday right there, right? There's Thursday, 1600. Let's go down to a 1 minute chart. This was up here, right? And I was expecting the doom to come tomorrow. They're already doing it right now. Boy, I want a fucking collapse. And they're going to try to buy futures here. They're going to attempt to buy this in the overnight, but I want more down. 575? Can I get that on the Friday? Maybe Monday close over there? It's Friday. Let's go to a 15-minute or 1 hour. Hold on here. We closed the gap there. That gap's now gone. The 4 hour. The day. No, there's still more gap there. Let me show you guys this really quick. Bigger screen. There's still more gap here. No, they took it. They took it. Looks like they took it. There's more gap down here. The 75 still there. This one's still fucking around. Left it back here. They left all that, and they left all that. The argument is they're going to leave this behind, never come back here again. Yeah, there's that 572 down there. There's that gap right there. Four hour. That's that 76, 72. I'm not ready yet. I get 75, 76, or even the 62. Any of this down here. I want that, or even this. I don't want to be DC up there. Like I'm thinking about DCA in here, like 30 shares, 30 shares, 30 shares, but puts me at 78. Which, if I get a roll, I'm fucked. I gotta catch it at 62. I think this gets bought. Excuse me. I still think this gets bought today, even with this weakness in the overnight. But I want that. I want that Friday, Monday. Hold on here. Whatever that is up there, too. I really want that 76 and 62. I don't know if we can get all that, though. Down. All right, so I got two alerts now here. An alert here, an alert here. Buy futures, sell the open down here on Friday. There's Tuesday, there's Monday. Friday, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And shank that close. Friday, 1600. Wake up there Monday. Well, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Straight down vertical. We're at 5% right now, too. I can't decide. That's like 5% right there. A little bit more. Right there. Nope, they're trying to move right now. Watch out for a squeeze here. We're getting close. Watch out for the squeeze here. I want to just like drop it just a little bit more. Just a little bit tiny more, baby. A little bit tiny, but a little bit lower. Give me a big old red bar there. Right there. See it right there? Right fucking there. Give me this one right here. Right fucking there. Trying to read some of this Trump stuff right now. Well, give me just a little more. No, don't turn around. Do not turn around. Oops, sorry, I didn't know I had caps on. No, don't turn around yet. Don't turn around yet. Don't turn around. Expectations for tomorrow, squeeze higher. Be careful of this upside move in the overnight. I want more down here. I've got a hedge on the market. We hit this down here. I'm willing to buy SPY. I'll close hedges down here and reset hedges, but I still want this fucking down over here. I want that fucking down right there, and I want this fucking down over here. I don't know if I'm being greedy. I think I'm being greedy here. Be careful of a squeeze if you're bearish here. This is just my greed. I can monetize a hedge if we get this low. If we go below this, like my hedge starts paying after underneath 585. It pays. I don't think we're gonna get it. I think this is bottom. This is my greed right here speaking to you. I don't think we get it today. I think this is bottom because I start printing hard under this. I don't think they're going to give it to me. Yeah, I think this is bottom. If they do it right now, though, fuck it, let's do it. Because I'll turn in the hedges and I'll buy the actual underlying. It's not going to be as expensive, but I have to get underneath that number. I have to get under like 585. I have to get under this right here. Anything under this, I'm printing big. I don't think they're going to do it. That's why it's a fucking hedge. That's why it's so cheap. This is likely bottom. Yeah. I guess you could buy calls, but yeah, we're close. We're close. 9 minutes left. Be careful of futures being bought here. We had big futures buying this week. Just like, come on down, baby. Like, fucking blood that fucker. Yes, but we're too low right now. Yes, but we are in the pain. Yes, but we are. Can I do what? Buy and sell stock same day? Yeah, I saw I've got the AAI chart here somewhere. Here, let me show it to you guys. Where do I have it? I've got the BBG one. We're getting close. I realize that we're really close. Yeah, we're gonna leave these guys behind. I think we are. Um, it's always these moments, isn't it? It's like fucking full doom. I just read someone say they're scared down here to buy. I'm not scared here to buy. And notice the wording of this, right? Sure doesn't feel like it, right? It doesn't feel like it, but previous sharp moves lower have often resulted in markets bouncing hard. Super fucking hard. Like monster upside moves. We're close. 585. Come on down, baby. All right, so we're touching right now. We're almost there. Nope, we are there. Oh, no, we're not there yet. 582.72. That's what I want. I want more. This is the weekly trigger on SPX. I want more down. I want just a little bit more. 582. I'll buy that. This is where I start making money right here. Right below this tick. So this is where hedge goes burr. But it has to be down. Sell hedge. Long spoos. But I don't think they're going to pay me. Like, this is the pain trade right here, right? That's all it is. Come on, baby, just go down a little bit more. No, 5%. Not intraday. Hold on. I didn't say 3. 3 is nothing. I'll show you what's rare. Yeah, about 3 times a year. About 3 times a year. We're close. We're close. We're close right now. So, according to historical data, 5% pullback in the stock market happens on average 3 times per year. Here. Hold on 1 second here. I didn't buy here. I still I haven't done anything. I didn't monetize here either. I think people are monetizing and I haven't yet. Now let's look at the other data. And this is the one that I'm thinking about here for spring. This could be summer too. Hold on here. This is why I got to think about am I willing to DCA? Because I'm going to get caught either now or in summertime. I'm either going to get caught now or I'm going to get caught this summer. And this is the one I'm going to post this for you in Discord right now. So that's the one right there. That's the one. Like, I don't know if this one happens now, between now and April, or if this one happens in summertime. Yeah, I've got, I want to buy 582.78, 72, and I'll be fine. Nope. See, I'll show you this too. And we haven't done 2 years yet, so. So this is the one you need to see here. Every few years. So the question is are we getting a 5 or a 10? And when do we get the 10? Do we get it now or do we get it in August or July? Hold on 1 second here. Give me 100 fucking shares. I need to get a meme of a baby with his hair on fire. I got a new baby. His name's Lil Spoozy. I'm proud owner of SPY. Yay. First time I bought SPY this year. Feeling good about it. And I wasn't pushed into it. I didn't have to fucking assign myself to fucking buy it. Yeah, exactly, Pesky B. My hedge is still on, though. So I'm going to leave it on. It's for September, so I'm good. Hedge stays on. If we get the 10% this spring and not summertime, I'm gonna have to do some DCAing, but that's fine. We're close to 5%. We're fairly fucking close. This is 5% right here. I think we can easily drop down tomorrow and then higher to hit that 5, but like 5% pullbacks. Ready? Happens 3 times a year on average. 10% pullback once a year on average. 20% crash once every 3 years. We're only in year 2 of a bull run. So I think we have a high likelihood of 10% this year, maybe a 30% chance of 20% down. Let's say it's like tariff pricing in tariffs, but I don't think it's permanent. So I don't think it's like the trigger of a bear market. I'll take this gamble here at 5% because I'm going to buy this again too in summer. Like whatever that summer downside move is, if it's 10, I figured 5 for the summer downside move and then 5 for like doom into September for the 10. So you get the 5 now and then you get 10% in summer. Hopefully I'm not wrong on this. I'm going to be fucking kicking myself because I'm going to have to buy more. If 82 and 62 is not it, I can't resist. Like there's 76 over there, but I really want that fucking, I really want this one. I'll be honest. Like I want the 62. I'll have to add another 100 contracts though if I get down there. And that'll put me at 78. So on 100 here, 5%. I will not buy this though. I will stay long. Just a heads up to you if you are following me in this. I would prefer 62 in a perfect world, but I can't predict the future. I think buying this whole like 82 and 62 are reasonable, unless you're bearish. You think the market's dead. You think this is a bear market. Even if it is a bear market, I would hold these. Just a heads up to you. Just give you a game plan here. Even if that was the top, if this is like bear market, we're doomed. I don't know. Tariffs are sticky. They price in doom and gloom. We crash or something like that. I think I'm still going to get an out. So I would only sell out of that position after a quarter to go higher. If that was the actual top, which I don't think that it is, but if it is, I feel good. I'm trying to talk myself into like how am I going to manage this shit. I'm not going to sell puts on this though. Not selling puts on this. I'm just going to leave them because I think we can go down more. I think 62 is easy. Either now or not 62 then, but we can either do that 10% in this season or we can do it in the summer fall trade. So I don't want to get fucked up on that. So I'm not going to sell any options here unless we turn around or we get out of season. I'll start selling puts like April, mid-March, mid-April, start selling puts on it. But I'm just going to own it. That's it. That's it. I own it. You bought 350 shares? Congrats. All right, so we're not alone here. We're close. We're like within like a fucking, we're within striking distance. Like 82 is, look at how close it is. I mean, it's fucking so close. I think I'm getting greedy wanting this. I hate being fucking left behind. I fucking hate it. If I don't buy here, I get left behind every goddamn. If I buy, we don't get left behind and we go lower. If I don't buy, that fucking shit leaves me behind every time, and I get pissed. So I can't. Yeah, there's some people in our Discord. There's some people in our Discord buying right now. There's already buyers stepping in. We can see that people are buying already. We've got some other stuff too. We've got like short-term put hedges are at 6,000, 5,995, and 5,975. We're trading on SPX right now, 5,861. See this right here? Let me show you guys this. So here's where the put wall is down here. You're going to see people, myself included, monetizing puts down here. Right around there. Start monetizing. So I'll close if we can get down there, I'll close my hedge along with the other weekly put hedge holders, and that will offset the buying that I did in here. So I'll be happy. I'll be a happy guy, but only if we can get down here. I'm not going to close them. I'll leave them on. Man, I thought we were going to squeeze up today, too. I thought we were going to escape this, but they were like, fuck you. I thought we were going to get out of here and then come down. I figured we at least get the squeeze out for the liquidity and then get down there. But they didn't. They just shanked us right here. Drop. You bought calls. Nice. Yeah, you're fine overpaying. It ain't gonna matter in like 4 or 5 weeks. You're gonna turn right back around. It'll be high again. There's like, I gotta monetize in here. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll have a market brief out for you today. I think I've fixed everything. I've been having issues with. Hold on a second here. I've been having issues with my internet. It started last week. I was getting alerts from AT&T saying that I had a bot on my network. And then it was showing like accessing websites. I hunted those down this morning. I couldn't stream earlier this week while I was away while that was going on. And I was also having troubles streaming. Like my network was being choked from AT&T. And I would try to upload stuff to the website. I wasn't able to upload. It was choking me out. This morning, I think it was my daughter that was doing it, my oldest. So I had a conversation with my daughter or my wife this morning, and we haven't decided exactly what we're going to do. We're either going to monitor her traffic more closely, treat her like she's younger, and limit what she can access on our network, or I'm going to have the guys come out and bring me a second network so I don't have to rely upon a teenager lying to me. That's the truth. So I will have that fixed. I also had an update from Microsoft come in this past week because there was like roving bands of some craziness going on. And that fucked up my Streamlabs. And I lost power today. I kid you not, like all three of these things happened to me this week while I'm traveling. And I don't know why I lost power today. They said it was you can check the DTE map for Detroit, and I lost power and internet. And I've got fucking fiber. I expect these things to pass in the next day or two. And I'll clean this up, and you'll get a market brief from me this evening. So I'll see all you guys tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning.